Hello guys and welcome back to another episode My Survival Let's Play. And in this episode I will continue working on my storage buildings. But the first building is going to be pretty big. So I imagined that I will put in this area a huge building for all the colored blocks. For example, concrete, candles, wool, carpets, and all that you can imagine. But for that I will need to gather some materials that I currently don't have at all since I never built with them before. So first of all I will start gathering all the materials and then I will start building. So now I have finished gathering probably all the resources that I will need for this build. Maybe I will need a few more, or maybe I will have some spare. But now I will start building and see how far this will get me. As you can see, the building now is finally done. I have added some more details around the windows on both of the sides, and also some of the interior I have begun building. I've done the ceiling, the floor, and also a staircase. And I think I maybe will put some sort of flower farms in the basement, maybe like the two block tall flowers, like the sunflower, rose bush, and that kind. And then also in this area up here and the area down here, I will have all the colored blocks. And now the next step for me to do is to decorate the interior and also put in all the chests. And I'm trying to go for a look that you can easily see which color is over where. So if I put the green blocks over here, I will probably just put some sort of green concrete or green terracotta over here, and then this will be the way of me to see where all the resources are. And yeah, I will just start doing this and I will see you after this is done. As you can see, the interior now is completely done. This took me about 3 hours, including the time it took to sort in all the items. So the way this is sorted is down here I have the concrete, then the concrete powder, and over here the wool and also the carpets. Then I have some smaller areas where I put down candles, so these chests will be filled with the candles, as well as these ones. Then also these chests are filled with the specific glass blocks, and these one as well. And these barrels contain all the dies. However, these are only 6, and you know there's 60 dice in the game, so let's move on to the next layer. These are the remaining 10 boxes for the dice, and also here some remaining places for all the candles to go. Also, this is the same concept with the other colors of concrete. The only thing that I still need to do in this place is putting down a few candles over here. I think it looks quite nice to have some candles on top of these concrete blocks, as I have done down here and over here. I think this looks much more detailed than just having the block of the color placed down. The only problem though is I don't have any more wax for the candles, so that will be probably the next thing I will do. I will make a small building for all the bee stuff. So now the house for the beekeeper is also done, and I will next focus on doing the interior of here. So there will be a few chests and also a staircase down. to where the bee farms will be. So the building now is done. I have placed a few chests in here for all the honey blocks, honeycomb, and also the beehives. These ones are actually completely full with 3 bees each. And in this chest there will go some empty beehives, probably just if I need some for decoration. And down here in the basement we have this bee farm. I quickly built this up as well, and as you can see it already produced a few honey bottles and also a few honeycombs. So while looking at the remaining shulker monster, I realized that there's only a few buildings left that need to be built. For one, there would be a building for all the flowers and also leaves, and then also a building for mob drops. However, I still probably will want to add another building for all the random items like leads, music discs, all the pottery shards, and all that stuff that you don't really know where it should belong. Okay, so now this building is done with all the details, and I decided to actually work on the outer details like the landscaping as well, because I kind of wanted to test how the entire area might look. So this is already a hint of how I want this entire area to look like. Not as much with the flowers. These flowers are rather specific to the beekeeper's house and the gardener's house, but like some small trees, some bigger trees, also the grass over here, and maybe actually some flowers plotted around, but I won't use the tall flowers probably, but rather some smaller flowers. And then inside here I do have all the chests, so these are all the leaves. So this is, I think, oak, birch, spruce, dark oak, and all the different variants. And then when you go to the top, you do have all the flowers and all the other stuff. For example, fern is inside here as well. And yes, I decided to kind of decorate this place with some hanging flower pots and stuff like that. But with this building now done, I can focus on the remaining buildings. So the fisherman's building I will probably do last, but I do need an alchemist for all the brewing stuff and also the mob drops, because I still have mob drops lying all around this world. And then also maybe for the redstone blocks and stuff like that, an engineer's building. But the priority for that is pretty low, since I don't need tons of redstone all the time. I do have a small redstone box in my ender chest. However, I don't think that I will need a bunch of redstone stuff all the time. And if I need some, I can still grab it from the main storage over there. However, at some point it will be nice to have all the storage buildings over here. But yeah, as I already said, I don't need to stock up my redstone chest that often. So the next building I want to focus on, as I said, is like an alchemist building. And now another building is actually done. So I'm going to go quickly through this, since I still want to finish the last buildings in this video as well. So in here I have the mob drops, rotten flesh, gunpowder and all this stuff. Then right here is a small brewing area, just a small brewing stand. Then here the brewing ingredients. And right here I have storage for all the potions that I will ever make. Probably won't use this too much, but I have the room if I ever need it. But before I can start building the final building for this video, I should probably start repairing my tools, since 400 durability is not that healthy on my axe, and I will need a lot of wood in the future, so repairing my tools is probably a good idea. So let's head over to the gold farm. Let's punch a piglin and then quickly run over to the middle. So it's actually another day now, and I have been standing on the XP farm for a little bit longer. I actually went up to level 301. I should have probably just quit at level 300, however, I didn't come back in time. And now I want to start building the final building for today. This will be some sort of shop for antique stuff or stuff like that. So all the music discs, pottery shirts and stuff like that. Mostly the items that are often not stackable and you do want to keep since they are somewhat valuable, but you don't really need them that often, but you would never dare to throw them away since, yeah, they are kind of rare. But without further talking, let's just start building. So yeah, the building is actually done already. I did record it, however, I decided to scrap the footage since I had some problems building this house. So I started building and then I didn't like what I built, so I tore down most of the building again and started all over. And I had to do that 2 or 3 times. The third time was not as severe. I didn't have to tear down as much as the times before, but I don't want to show you some footage of me building a house, then just breaking half of it again and then rebuilding it, breaking it again, since yeah, that doesn't feel that right. So now also the most important part of the interior of this building is done. So I tried to make this as busy as possible since stores like this are always like completely crammed. There's tons of shelves everywhere and you can't really find what you're looking for. So I tried to kind of make it look like this as well. And I have the most important chests scattered around this building, but I only used the first layer so far, and the upper layers are not yet used. So this layer is not used at all, and this one also not used at all. So maybe I will make some farms up there, since all the items that I actually wanted to store inside here are all sorted out. So I also put some TNT in this corner, because I think it's kind of funny to have some TNT right there. And I looked it up. The lava from this cauldron does not spread anywhere, so this won't ignite the TNT as well. But yes, that is this interior done, and actually that is also the last building for this episode. With that being said, I thank you for watching and goodbye. And this is also a little bonus clip showing the entire area that I have built in this video. So sit back and enjoy the last seconds of this video.